So happy new year 2025. It's a new year for us. Hope it's gonna be a good new year ahead of us. We have some interesting movies ahead of us like John Wick the Ballerina, Mission Impossible 7 Part 2 The Final Reckoning, and some other projects that got announced as well. So to kickstart a new year, why don't we look back into our previous year and look at some of the most interesting, some of the most generational, some of the most outstanding movies that were released in 2024. And I have combined a list of 10 movies that I think were very outstanding in its own way. And of course, I have some honorable mentions and also some movies worth mentioning that I haven't watched. So let's get started. So we start with number 10. This movie is like a vague action movie breaking the fourth wall, kind of. Not breaking the fourth wall like the Deadpool, but they mention a lot of things that were in real life. Like we get to see like how they shot movies and stuff. They make fun of Hollywood and the fact that Ryan Gosling is in it, so he's a top G. Like last year, he stole the show in Barbie, got nominated, and got a lot of hate for it. I don't know why. It has a lot of good action sequences, good comedic scenes, and overall a very enjoyable one. Now, this one is probably the best action movie of the year. I don't see a lot of action movies released this year, or maybe I don't get any news related to it, but this movie got to explore more about India. And you can see that that's what you get when you hire the right people to do the right job. Dev Patel is like a one-man crew. That guy is a crazy, crazy bastard. He broke his wrist a couple of times doing his own stunts. And overall, a very crazy, crazy movie. This movie got my attention not only because of this scene, but because of public reactions on social media. So I gave it a shot. It's not like a full on sport movie or a biopic movie or something. It's like a love triangle drama that tells an interesting and messed up story about how far people go, how far they can go to get what they want or what they think they need. It's a very interesting concept, and I think it deserves to be on this spot. This movie is not as good as the second or third one, but it can challenge with the first movie. The villain is great, the new protagonist is great, all the performances were great. It goes to show that humans are in fact the worst and evil creature on planet Earth. It's a very interesting take on this franchise. Now, this is like the best horror movie because there are many kinds of horror. For example, crime horror, space horror with like creatures like aliens and stuff. This is the supernatural horror. It's what you first think of when you heard the word horror. So the first movie is great. It explores a unique concept. The second one tried to do better, and it ultimately achieved that goal. It includes more gore and more terrifying and creative jump scares, and overall a very good movie. I don't want to repeat myself much. You can go watch a review of that movie. I think I released it last week. Number 5 is Alien Romulus. So this is a space horror movie apparently. This might have revived the franchise. I've watched the first and second one. This one, however, is not trying to imitate or recreate the original trilogy. It stands strong as its own movie without using other movies as help. I guess they still borrow some elements, but they're not being complacent. The alien design is very good. Some are practical suits, small budget, and great visuals and cinematography. Very intense build-up sequences created by the director, and overall a very, very interesting one. This is going to surprise a lot of people, but I'm going to put The Wild Robot in the fourth spot. A very surprising animated movie that comes out in just the right time. It saves me from wasting money in Joker 2. Folie à deux. I'll see if I get a chance to watch that one as well. DreamWorks absolutely blew me away with this one. The animation is great, the plot and storyline is just fantastic. Great for people any age. You get entertained, you learn, and you feel You feel. That's what's the main thing of movie. You feel. Emotional ride. Highly recommended to anyone. Now this is the best horror movie of the year. It's a crime horror slash thriller. It scares the crap out of me. This gives me the creep at almost every scene. The cinematography is just perfect. It's gorgeous and it makes us feel uncomfortable, which is exactly what we need to feel in these kind of horror movies. Maika Monroe as a detective, she feels so in character. Nick Cage's long legs is so terrifying. Insane plot twist, and this is what cinema is crying for years. Now, this movie is in this spot because of a personal choice. I feel like I'm a bit biased on this one, literally. Wolverine is back, that's maybe one of the reasons. Deadpool carried the MCU, enjoyable from the first second. It's a kind of a movie where you need to shut your brain off, otherwise you're gonna go insane asking a lot of questions. It's their theme, so that's basically it. But it also makes us feel emotional when it wants us to. A rated R Marvel project, how much we needed that. Apparently, I think Moon Knight is going to be maybe MA15 as well in the next season, and Daredevil is going to be MA15 as well. Can't wait for that. Now we're going to honorable mentions. So number 1, we got Love Lies Bleeding, an A24 movie. Inside Out 2, very good watch. And Heretic, I just finished that one probably last month. Also movies worth mentioning, The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham, Civil War, The Substance, and Gladiator 2. Unfortunately, I haven't watched them, but I heard that they got good reviews, so maybe it's worth watching as well. So ladies and gentlemen, give me some drum roll. We got to number 1. Close your eyes, boys and girls. It's the most beautiful film of the year. It has some of the best people working in it. It's a cinematic masterpiece on the big screen. The sci-fi film, not just of the year, but of the decade. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Madam Web in your fucking dream, because in reality it's Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 has all the talented people in Hollywood involving in it, from the director to the cinematographer to composer to actors. This is a can't miss. Denis Villeneuve carefully crafted a world of imagination in the head of Frank Herbert to perfection. With the help of great visuals and cinematography, this movie is by far the best movie of the year. There is no challenges. Any other movies don't come close. The actings are top notch, the storytelling capture the audience attention perfectly. The 3 hours fly by and I watched it twice. The music is a blessing. The worm ride scene gave me goosebumps in the cinema twice. I want to experience it again on the big screen, especially in IMAX, because I didn't have a chance to do so. Probably in a rewatch before they release the third one. Let's hopefully they release it again in 2026 so I can have a rewatch on the IMAX. So this is it. This is the list of the top 10. Write down your opinions in the comment section down below. Maybe write your own top 10. Maybe give me some movies that I haven't watched in 2024. Let me know in the comment down below. Goodbye everyone. Thank you again, and Happy New Year. Bye.